Okay. Good morning to everyone. Myself, I am Surya Narayana, working as an assistant professor in DBSIT Kavali. Today, I am going to explain about subject of power plant engineering. In this subject, we are going to discuss the chapter of Unit 1. In Unit 1, we are completing with power plant economics. First of all, what is power plant economics? In other words, economics is directly related to money. But in power plant economics, we are dealing with costs like running cost, maintenance cost, and loads, how much loads are required to run the plant, and basic definitions and terms about power plant. We already know that the loads are classified into different types. First of all, base load. Base load, it is the power quantity it has to be supplied by the power plant at all times. And after that, maximum load. Base load, maximum load, or peak loads. Peak loads are based on maximum demands, in which where the maximum demand is required, in that areas we require peak loads and running at all periods. After that, connected loads. Connected loads, it is the combination of continuous rating in kilowatts receiving on consumer premises. That means connected loads are continuous ratings in kilowatts of power plant basis. Next, demand. Demand is nothing but it is completely based on consumer usage. Demand is directly based on consumer usage at all times. That is related to domestic or commercial or etc. Next, maximum demand. Maximum demand, it is the ratio in between average load to load factor. Will be discussed later. Next, load curve. Load curve and load duration curve. Those are both two important factors in economics of power plant to estimate the power requirement or loads. In that load curve, we are discussing about record. It is a graphical record showing the power demand. In load curve, it is a graphical record showing power demand. It is based on hourly basis load curve and daily basis load curve, in which hourly basis load curve is nothing but we are taking the graph on hourly basis. Okay, we are taking the graph, that means record hourly basis. It is nothing but daily loads. Sorry, it is nothing but it is a hourly basis curve. And after that, we are taking the record, graphical record for 24 hours. It is called as daily based curve, daily load curve. Next, load profiles. A load profile is a graph of the variation in the electric load versus time. Okay, load profile is nothing but we are drawing the graph in between time period in horizontal, time period in vertical basis. It is load. Horizontal time in hours, load in maximum demand or power requirement. It is based on residential or commercial or industrial. In load curve, there is a chart showing amount of electricity customers use over a period of time. That means a load curve describes the amount. That means usage of electricity based on domestic purpose or commercial purpose. Coming to domestic purpose, we are dealing with running of refrigerators and ACs and electricity. That means lights, bulbs, etc. in domestic purpose. Coming to commercial purpose, we are dealing with electricity, lights, okay, and then ads, publishers, publishments, etc. Load duration curve. Second one, load curve, and second one is the load duration curve. It is also similar to load curve. It is a very important factor. It is the second one important factor in power plant economics. First one is the load curve, and second one is the load duration curve. What is the difference between load curve to load duration curve? It is nothing but load curve showing the graph of record consists of power demand. In a graph, load duration curve shows the information. It is the same to load curve, but it is presented in different form like that. Chronological form, that means ascending order. These curves are useful in the selection of generator units, load curves and daily demand curves and hourly demand curves. Chronological order, in this also we are drawing same graph here. Based on horizontal, we are taking time in hours. In vertical basis, we are taking time to power. That means power requirement in kilowatts of load in kilowatts. Load duration curve. Next, factors of performance and variation. These are the factors affecting the power plant economics. First of all, load factor. Load factor, it is the ratio in between average load to maximum load. Students, let's see the difference between factors based on its ratios. Load factor, it is the ratio in between average load to maximum load. Capacity factor, capacity is nothing but utilization or maximum capacity of a plant. It is none other than, it is the ratio in between average load to capacity of the plant. Utilization, maximum utilization, average utilization ratio to maximum utilization. Here, diversity, availability, demand factor, and plant usage factors. These are very important factors. Coming to demand factor, demand is nothing but maximum demand of system by sum of connected loads of system. Next, availability and plant use factor. Use factor is nothing but utilization. It is another than other name for plant usage factor is utilization factor. In this, maximum rated generated, maximum demand generated or maximum generated demand by rated generated demand. These are the factors of performance and variation. These are affecting the economics of power plant. Next, coming to load factor. Load factor, it is the ratio. In previous slide, I told to you, load factor, it is the ratio in between average load to maximum load. Load factor usually less than 1. Why? Because higher load factor is desirable for only the plant is utilized for the maximum period of time. That means in that it says that where if the load factor is greater than 1, high load factor means greater than 1. In such cases, the plant is utilized for continuous periods. That means peak periods, peak loads. Higher load factor means greater average load. That means average loads also increases when higher load factors occurs, which means that more power units, kilowatt hour, may be generated for a given maximum demand. Average load can be obtained by drawing the graph between horizontal to vertical axis, taking horizontal as time in hours and vertical in load or power requirement in kilowatts. After then, all of the above will lower cost of electricity being generated and supplied. Load factor is applied for our users and consumers. That means power plant users, generators, and consumers. Consumers means users. This is about load factor. Formula to find out load factor: average load to peak load or maximum load. Next, second factor is the capacity factor. Capacity factor is nothing but plant capacity. Actual output of power plant over a period of time to output of plant if it had operated at full rated capacity during same period of time. Capacity factor or plant capacity factor is nothing but it is the ratio in between average load to capacity of plant. Next, Third factor is the reserve capacity. It can be found out by following this formula. Reserve capacity is obtained subtracting the capacity factor from load factor. LF minus CF. LF means load factor, CF is capacity factor. Or reserve capacity can be found out by LF minus maximum demand, load factor minus maximum demand. Next, utilization factor. Utilization factor, it is the ratio in between maximum demand of the plant to rated capacity of the plant. Utilization means maximum rated generated by rated generated demand. Other definition for utility factor or utilization factor. Next, demand factor. Demand factor, it is also ratio in between maximum demand of system by sum of connected loads of system. For a consumer, demand factor is the ratio of maximum demand to connected demand. It is used for consumer demand factor. Maximum demand is the maximum load in kilowatts. That means in that maximum demand, in previous slide, I told to you, demand is completely based on consumer usage. Okay, demand is directly based on consumer usage, where the maximum demand is occurred at maximum loads, which is consumer usage at any time. Connected loads are total rating. That means connected loads are sum of loads in kilowatts, total ratings. Demand factor is usually less than 1, but it can be equal to 1. Okay, similarly to demand factor or load factor. Similarly, it is equals to load factor. Load factor is also less than 1, but demand factor is equal to 1. Electricity power generation cost. In this, the cost of new power plant can be constructed based on 3 factors. One is capital cost, and second one is the operating or maintenance cost, fuel cost. These 3 are similar to power plant economics. These 3 factors are studied in previous classes. First of all, coming to capital cost. These costs are often expressed in unit currency per kilowatt hour. Per kilowatt hour, we are estimating the currency. That means per kilowatt hour, we are estimating the currency. How much currency is required per kilowatt hour? We are estimating. In that, we are estimating generation cost is 60%, transmission cost is 10%. Transmission means creating the transmission lines from one place to another place. Transmission is 10%. Distribution, that means from the transmission lines, we are distributing to small areas. Administrative or profit. Profits or gains in 10%. Capital cost, finally requirement. 60, 10, 70, 70, 20, 90, 90, 10, 100%. We are estimating 100% electricity power generation cost by dividing the costs like generation, transmission, distribution, and administrative or profit. First of all, initial cost. Initial cost means estimation or investing. In that, we are investing the amount like taking the land and selecting land and constructing buildings and installing equipments and final installation, overall charges. These are the initial costs or first initial investments. After that, economic charges. Economic charges means interest rate. Interest rate nothing but you are taking the amount for loans, depreciation costs, etc. This interest rate is based on loans. After that, depreciation. Depreciation is nothing but physical wear and tear. Wear and tear nothing but The equipments are running for peak loads or base loads. Wear and tear occurs in power plants due to corrosion or aging or functional factors. Corrosion occurs because of power plants are operating in nuclear based or thermal based or hydel based. In that areas, corrosion occurs. Change of process, technical advancement, taxes, and insurance. These are the economic charges occurs in power plant economies. That means capital cost. After that, fuel cost. Fuel cost, that means transportation or running machineries or equipment. To produce given amount of electricity can be determined annual thermal heat required as MF into HHV in thermal efficiency. Here MF means fuel annual consumption rate. Okay, that means here we are estimating the annual consumption rate of fuel for 1 year. And HHV is nothing but fuel heating value. That means the electricity is generated in thermal power plants from heat energy to electrical energy. That means after burning of coal, and moving the turbines, after then it will be converted to generator. If the generator is moved or rotated, then automatically the electricity is produced. After then, operation and maintenance costs. Operations or maintenance costs like labor cost. Labor costs are nothing but wages and salaries, giving wages and salaries to labor, and electricity power produced, EPP. First of all, coming to wages and salaries, these are depend on the manning levels and degree of automation of the plant. That means we are paying the salaries who are working under power plant, and maintenance charges nothing but average over the plant life. It is sought from the manufacturer. Here we are taking the plants from one manufacturer and we are running that. So those are the maintenance charges. EPP, electric power produced. EPP, to simplify cost estimation, new term EPP is produced and presented, which is usually expressed for 1 year. This is also the term based on estimated for 1 hour, sorry, 1 year. EPP can be calculated by capacity factor and plant running costs, etc. into time in kilowatt hour. After that, one problem is solved based on power plant economics. First of all, he given the data. A power plant has the following annual factors. Load factor will be given 0.75, capacity factor will be 0.6, use factor will be 0.65, where maximum demand is 60 megawatt. Then estimate the annual energy production rate and reserve capacity, and finally the number of hours during which the plant is not in service. The third one is related to number of hours during which the plant is not in service. That means it is not operating. You can calculate it is not in operating. First of all, I'm writing the data he already given. Load factor will be 0.75, capacity factor will be 0.6, utilization factor will be 0.65. Then maximum demand is also given 60 megawatt. First of all, I know the formulas for finding annual energy production. That means, first of all, I know that maximum demand. That means how we can find out annual energy production based on the factors like load factor. Load factor is the ratio between average load to maximum load. Here I'm giving the formula to find out load factor. It is the ratio in between average load to maximum load. Based on that factor, I'm finding average load. Taking average load, that equal to maximum load multiplied with load factor. Maximum load will be 60 megawatt and load factor will be 0.75. 60 multiplied with 0.75 and we get 45 megawatts. After then, annual load generated. Annual load is nothing but it is based on one formula, maximum demand. Maximum demand that equal to average load by annual average load. Annual average load for finding annual average load that equal to average load by 365 into 24. In this 8760 that equal to for 1 year 365 into the for daily 24 hours 365 into 24 hours we get 8760 hours. Average load into 8760 it is nothing but 365 into 24 we get 8760. After then average load already find out 45 megawatts in first step. 45 into 8760 that is 365 into 24 and we get 39,000 sorry 3,94,200 annual load generated 3,94,200. After that reserve capacity. Reserve capacity is find out by using the formula capacity and subtracting maximum demand from capacity of plant. We already know that capacity factor, it is the ratio in between average load into capacity of plant. That is E by C into T. E is the energy produced in an hour by capacity of plant into time. The plant is in operation, T. Average load in that reserve capacity can be found by using capacity of plant will be given in problem. Capacity that means directly related to load factor. 75 minus 60. 60 is the maximum demand. You can subtracting the capacity of plant, capacity factor and capacity plant. Those are both two factors are very different. Capacity factor, it is the ratio in between average load to capacity of plant. Capacity means load. 75 minus 60, we get 15 megawatts. Finally, the third, the number of hours during which the plant is not in service. It can be find out by using total number of hours. We can subtracting the operation in use hours from total number of hours. That means total number of hours 365 into 24 hours minus operation in use hours. It can be found out by using the factor of use factor or utilization factor. It is the ratio in between energy generated to rated capacity into use factor. Energy generated divided by rated capacity into use factor. That equal to energy generated. Energy generated is taken from annual load generated, that is 3,94,200 divided by rated capacity is 75. It is taken from load factor. 75 into use factor will be 0.65. 0.65 use factor. After that, we get 8086 hours use factor. From that 8086 hours, we are subtracting 8086 from total number of hours. 8760 minus 8086. Finally, we get 674 hours. The number of hours during which the plant is not in service. That means the plant is not in service for 674 hours. For yearly annual basis, 674 hours, the plant is not in operation. Finally, we calculated the hours per year.
Nice effort, sir.